Good evening, YouTube. HeirofCarthage here with some Rome Total War action. Decided we'd have some fun here. I'm just going to do a short Rome campaign, because maybe this will get us in the spirit for Rome 2, and maybe we can even use these videos as a discussion point for Rome 2. Like, so down in the comments, you all can discuss what you're hoping to see in Rome 2, discuss the news, and then just so you all know, I'm actually going to be going to Austin, Texas next week to the RTX. And I'm going to meet with CA and interview them a little bit about Rome 2. I can't tell you exactly what the content's going to look like yet, but I'm going to do a little bit of participation with them, and I will try and get you all some good info on Rome 2 while I'm down there. I'm pretty psyched about the game. I hope you all are too. In any case, I'm going to do a short campaign, so it's just 15 provinces, and I have to outlast Macedon and Thrace. The long campaign on this is ridiculous, and I don't have time for it. I'm going to put it on hard campaign difficulty. I'm not going to change the battle difficulty setting, not because it just gives the computer ridiculous buffs, and to be honest, they stink anyway. So we will just do it. The only reason I don't like putting it on hard on Rome, I'll do it on Shogun. I don't like it on Rome because like an enemy bodyguard unit will charge your guys, and it'll like just completely rout your units every time. But I don't mind playing the campaign difficulty on hard so that I get a little more challenge out of the AI. So let's give this a shot. It'll be fun. I started a Greek city-states campaign once and never finished it, of course, which left many of you in despair.
The Greeks could rule the world.
So maybe this will be a little bit of
he took a Greek army to the far
closure
Indus.
for you.
There was nothing left to conquer. The world was his. But Alexander is dead. His empire is gone. So we live in evil days. The free men of Greece have turned on each other instead of their proper enemies, those who envy all that Greeks have done. Alexander must weep if the dead weep. I would weep in his place, but I would also hope. The world turns. What was may come again. The fates still spin the web of men's lives. So now, perhaps the gods wish Greeks to be great again. Perhaps a new Alexander will take up the sword. Bring order where there is chaos. Remake the world of men to a better plan. Perhaps.
Huh. I realized the Greeks had one of the coolest intros. Wasn't really impressed with the other ones. That one was kind of neat. In any case, man, I'm excited for Rome 2. Gosh dang. In fact, when I was playing some Rome online tonight, I was using the name September 3rd, because I'm pretty excited about it. I am still working on getting the new computer. A lot of you gave me some good advice. I'm going to switch up the build that I had mentioned to you all, and try and go with something a little more Intel focused. And I have some other ideas that I'll run past, which, you know, I know a little bit about computers, but I'm not really up to date on it just because it's not my job. And but I do want to get a good one because I want to play Rome Total War or Rome 2 up to its fullest extent. So I think I've gotten the feedback that I need in order to make that happen. So I do want to remember all my provinces this time. So I got Syracuse, and I think I probably forgot Rhodes a whole bunch in the past. So let's get things started. If I start here at Sparta, I do have some Spartans and some Hoplites here, which makes this army pretty decent to start off with. Plus you have a huge bodyguard here for the faction leader, but he is 56. He probably won't live too terribly much longer, but it's long enough that we can go whip up on some Macedonians. And I can still recruit Hoplites right here, so I'm going to go ahead and recruit one more unit, retrain the Militia Hoplites I've got there, and we will construct, let's see, Nike, experienced to troops. That is pretty slick. I'm going to build some economic buildings to get started with. Just so that I can have some wealth here. Pergamum definitely needs some economic buildings as well. I'm going to build the... Well, let's see what these other ones do. Shrine to Hermes, increase in tradable goods. Population growth, don't need that. Well, we'll stick with Nike. We make some fun shoes, and apparently they make a good shrine. Just kidding. Although, here we go. Do shrine to Nike there as well. Let's go take a look over at Syracuse. Syracuse is probably where I'm going to need to be the most prepared. because no doubt the Romans and the Carthaginians will look upon my giant Greek city and wish to take it for themselves. So we will have to be cautious. Okay. Can probably go ahead and end the first turn, and as soon as I get these Hoplites trained, I'll just go knock out Corinth, bring it under Greek control. Okay. Let's get some ports going. Still got building going there. Already got a port here, so let's build the next shrine. Syracuse, I probably ought to build a militia barracks so I can train better troops in Syracuse since I run a higher probability of being attacked. I've got a decent enough army here. It's nothing special, but the Macedonians certainly don't have anything special in Corinth. In fact, I don't even think I need to bring that militia hoplite. And yes, we will attack a neutral faction.
Besieging settlements, sir.
I'll just bring a little bit of both here. Maintain siege. Apparently I'm the most advanced faction, which is pretty funny. Alright. Got everybody constructing. Should be good for now. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Oh, there's the Romans. They came quick. But I don't guess that surprises me. The Romans usually get a little bit aggressive in campaign. Let's see. This city can hold out for 6 turns, and that is not what we want.
Attack!
I gotta maintain the siege, so I'm still gonna finish my sapping points. Let's see, got a Roman here. What kind of army do I got? A pretty crappy one. But I mean, I can probably take them. How good can the AI be? So I don't want my city to stay under siege. Let's give these guys a thrashing. I've got as many men as they do. It's just their men are higher quality, to be honest. So I'm gonna have to use mine better. We'll see how this goes. Okay, the battle's starting, and because of the strange AI, the computer will usually kind of like run to the side of the map. So I'm going to use that to my advantage here, because I'm going to run my generals unit out and see if I can hit some of these Hastati from behind. And usually you can kind of get like a cheap, quick knockout on these units that don't defend very well against Cav. Come on, go, 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 go. Yeah, because see, the AI is going to go reposition on this hill. We can march them off the hill, of course, too. So I'm going to get my general unit up on this hill, hit these Hastati from behind. It says concerned over exposed flanks. And I might be able to rout them with a quick hit. My guys didn't get a good charge because they weren't in formation. I don't really want to turn around and fight those Hastati head on.
Attack quickly!
Wow, barely routed those Roman archers. Guess my general's not much of a fight in general. But I did get the attention of the units in this area, which is good. I can now continue to harass them here, and taking out those archers is a benefit as well. Let's see if I can get lucky and rout these Hastati. Might get a better charge here. Yep. Did get a good charge that time. Okay, I'm going to hit those Hastati one more time here. Those archers regrouped behind me. And then the Romans threw their pillar at me. I'm going to have to be careful with my general. I don't want to get him killed, but I do want to win myself any advantage that I can. And we killed about half of that Hastati unit, which was worth it. And we're going to rout those Roman archers again. Alright, I'm going to quit recording and come back when I'm ready to engage in the main fight. Okay, the Roman general charged me, and I got a downhill charge on him. Worries me a little bit, but I think that my guys will have the upper hand here. The Roman unit didn't get a very good charge because it was moving uphill. Yeah, the Roman unit's dying pretty quickly, but I'm losing quite a few men too, and I hope my general doesn't go down. This is kind of a risk. You always kind of leave your fate in the hands of the computer when you do something like this. Come on, kill the Roman pig. Here he is right here, is a Roman family member.
The enemy general is running running away. This
Okay.
is no way.
And we killed
The
him.
enemy general is slain, and now his men fear us. It is time to press the attack.
Indeed. My overly dramatic announcer friend. Alright, let's move our army up onto this hill. I'm going to use the fast forward so you all don't have to watch this whole thing. This is how we can take advantage of the AI. It's going to be interesting to see how the AI plays out in Rome 2. And I know we always complain about the AI, and you know, it makes sense why players complain about the AI, but at the same time, you've got to give the developers credit. It's not exactly easy to program an AI that acts like a human. So, you know, it's a challenging thing. So really, all you can do is just try and program it in such a way that the player gets the most challenge out of it. So that's pretty much all we can expect, I think. Okay, we're going to go into regular speed here. I'm going to spread my guys out a little bit by hitting the plus key. And then I'm going to go into Phalanx Mode. Leave my guys in guard. I do not want them... I don't want them to break formation. Well, look at this. The Romans are going to do the smart thing and actually outflank me. I feel alright about my troops down here, though. They'll do alright. These infantry units here are going to chase down my general, or at least try to. Okay, we routed the main Roman infantry. Let's get my peltas to go attack these velites. Okay. Okay. Those Sparta are actually doing pretty well against my militia hoplites. But once they get a hammer and anvil, not so much. I think the remainder of the Roman troops are going to flee. So I'll try and kill this last Sparta unit. So it ended up being a solid victory for us, thank goodness. And I'll just see if I can slow down this Sparta unit so that I can attack it with my general. My hoplites are kind of gaining steam on these guys. Okay, my guys are getting a little bit of a speed boost from the charge here. Okay, let's hit these Romans from the front and the back and see if we can kill them. Please don't die, General. Ooh, wow, that was a brutal charge.
The enemy army is
there we go.
Pursue.
Nice heroic victory to get things started.
Your victory.
Just get on back out the campaign map. So push back the Romans in Sicily, an excellent start, and that means that the Romans will be weak, and we can probably retrain our troops and go take Messina. Although it looks like the populace of the city is relatively unhappy. I do need to finish that militia barracks, and then we'll have to build up some more buildings here to keep the populace happy. They're under normal tax rate, but they're still in decent shape, so we'll leave it alone. Sparta's not extremely thrilled, I'm sure. Let's see. Build another temple, that'll help keep the people down there. And then in Pergamum, don't have a lot of money, but I can build a port, which will help boost my money. And let's see, we got some ships here.
Ships ready!
We got 3 biremes. Looks like the Macedonians might be sending some reinforcements, so I do want to go ahead and take Corinth.
Attack!
I forgot my siege equipment still
Settlement under siege,
being
sir.
finished. With Spartan hoplites in the mix there, though, I'm feeling pretty good about my chances. Let's bring our fleet over here in case oh, there's a Seleucid Navy. It's got me stuck, but I'm not worried about them at the moment. Alright, we should be good to go. Let's go ahead and end another turn. Okay, looks like my income is doing well. Build a barracks in the city because we don't have one. I need to be able to defend myself. Okay, let's see what else we got. Still building the militia barracks there, so I can't really leave the city. Or else I'm pretty sure that city would go into revolt. Put some sewers there. Now we should be able to take Corinth. I don't want the Macedonians to go around me, so I'm going to go ahead and attack. Hopefully force all of them into an attack. Not all of their troops came in. Yeah, they really don't have any troops here, so we can take Corinth from them. All they've got is militia hoplites, so this ought to be pretty simple. Alright, I've got my Spartans going up the ladders. I decided not to use my sap point as I don't really think it's necessary. The Macedonians don't have the wall defended, really, so I'm just going to take it out. They do have a unit of militia hoplites trucking it over towards my position. My Spartans will be more than a match, though, for what they have going on here. Starting off with Spartans in campaign gives you a pretty distinct advantage, as your enemies pretty much won't have any units available to them that could possibly stop them. The only thing I did was take my Spartans out of defensive mode because I want them to push. So I don't know about you all, but I'm pretty excited about the fact that there is apparently a... wow, those archers got a melee kill? That actually surprises me. So I'm really excited about the fact that there's going to be like a... what do they call it? Like kind of a momentum system in Rome Total War. If your guys are heavier or more well-armored, they can push against troops that are less well-armored. It sounds like it's going to create an interesting metric, you know, and I would imagine that cavalry is going to play a role in that. Like, you know, certain cavalry is going to really be able to hammer enemy infantry on the charge. So it might kind of behave the way that we would expect things to, and hopefully it adds an interesting metric. Now, we do know from what they've announced that there will not be an Avatar Conquest map, which doesn't really surprise me. I'm not sure how you would pull off such a thing in Rome, unless the only faction involved in the Avatar Conquest was Rome, because otherwise I'm not sure how you could possibly balance it. So it's something that I wasn't really surprised to hear, but at the same time didn't really know how it would work. I'm going to ignore those archers because they're broken. Come over and capture the gateway.
Great gods! Our soldiers have done well this day. The walls are taken!
Okay, so I captured that gateway, so these troops here are going to run away. I'm going to let them. I don't really feel like getting my men all shot up. I'm just going to run these Spartans over here real quick to capture the other gatehouse so I don't get shot with a bunch of arrows. And then we can make a march on the town center, and I'm just planning on capturing the town center to win the battle. Oh, that was another thing. Speaking of town center, we've been told that there's going to be more facets to a siege battle than just a grind-out match in the town center, which to me sounds pretty cool. So hopefully, I think we've always hoped that siege battles were going to be something really fun, and they've probably just never really seemed to turn out that way. What? I have Spartans getting killed by... Wow, that's kind of amazing. Okay, the tower belongs to me now. Okay, I'm going to bring my Spartans down. They're winded, but I can use my hoplites to capture the city center. I will fast forward some just to speed this up a little. Alright, so like I was saying, I'm pretty excited about some of the things they're doing. We've seen some campaign map. We really haven't seen any multiplayer yet, so I'm hoping that some of the questions that I ask CA at RTX is going to be surrounding multiplayer, but you know, obviously there's going to be some things they, you know, maybe can or can't tell me, so I don't expect that I'll necessarily get answers to everything, but hopefully I'll get some answers. Check out this militia hoplite just standing here taking it from my tower. That's fine. You're not going to see that upsetting me. Alright, my Spartans have regained their stamina here. Guess they're ready for a fight again. Whoa, doggies. The enemy general got a little bit hasty there and charged my hoplites, which is fine. I just wish that I would have been in phalanx formation before he charged me. There we go. My guys actually might get killed, so this is why I didn't put it on a difficult campaign. My guys won't go into phalanx mode. But since the general died, it looks like that'll probably turn to my favor. But you can see that a bodyguard unit is particularly powerful, and if you put it on hard, they get all kinds of extra buffs, and they will just like I've even seen them charge right into the front of your phalanx and kill your phalanx. Really not something that you want to be dealing with, to be honest. Okay, these guys are in Phalanx mode. Oh crap! That general's bodyguard regrouped, as I should have expected, and came back to finish the job they started. Okay. I'm trying to fast forward because I don't want it to take all day.
Spartan hoplites. Hoplites.
Okay. This ought to be the end of that bodyguard unit. Come on, someone poke him. Thank you. Take my guys out of guard formation as I expected. They're more than... Oh wait, here's my Spartans. Let's let the Spartans do the job. Yeah, I want to let the Spartans do this. It'll give them more experience anyway and make my unit better. Alright. Time for the Macedonians to meet the Spartans here. This ought to be interesting. Militia Hoplites versus Spartan Hoplites. I can't imagine how this is going to turn out. I'm thinking it's going to be something like a hot knife through butter, but that's just me. In fact, if I lose one guy, I'm going to actually be shocked. Oh man. This is wildly unfair, but you don't see me complaining either. As it is entertaining. Oh, I did lose a man. Crap, I'm wrong. I owe the Macedonians a Coke.
Orders completed, Commander.
Alright, so... Looks like we got one thrashed militia hoplite unit, which is the last hope of the Macedonians. This ought to be entertaining. This would really be cooler, in my opinion, if the Spartans fought with the overhanded type phalanx. But, you know, who knows? Maybe they reform to a more Sarissa type phalanx over time. But I think it would look cooler, at least, if they fought with the overhand classic type phalanx. Well, that's that.
The enemy is...
And in typical air fashion, we will be exterminating the populace of pretty much every settlement we take. So why not start with Corinth, baby? Alright, build our shrine and a port. Get our income up a little. We're going to need a barracks to retrain some of my troops as well. So that'll give us a good start against the Macedonians. We got another little army here. Some light lancers, archers. Let's see if this army has any movement points left. It does. And let's go ahead and take out this Macedonian army. I don't want the settlement to auto-manage itself, so we will take that off. And let's go ahead and kill these Macedonians.